Hey guys, welcome to Riger Gaming. Today I'm going to explain the story of Lost Soul Aside, one of the most epic RPGs out there. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, so go ahead, hit it now. Let's jump into the story. The Imperial City and a Dream. In the imperial capital of Harbor City, the Emperor ruled with cruelty, spreading fear and despair among the people. Amidst this oppression lived a young man named Kazer, together with his sister Louisa. Louisa was haunted by a recurring dream. In it, she saw the world collapsing in chaos, swallowed by destruction. But just as darkness consumed everything, a radiant hero descended from the skies, becoming the last beacon of hope for humanity. When Louisa awoke from this dream, she could never shake the feeling that it wasn't just imagination, but a fragment of the future. Perhaps a warning of the catastrophe to come. The Rise of Glimmer. Witnessing the Emperor's tyranny, Kazer and Laria's hearts burned with a spark of rebellion. That spark soon grew into Glimmer, a secret organization determined to resist. Their circle consisted of Kazer, Louisa, Celine, and two remarkable allies, Gethia, an archaeologist and teleportation master, and Janna, a mysterious warrior so skilled she could wipe out hundreds on her own. Both Gethia and Janna were known as gifted ones, blessed with powers far beyond ordinary people. A daring plan and the meteoric catastrophe. Together they devised a daring plan. On the Emperor's birthday, Gethia and Janna would strike at his grand parade, while Kazer and Louisa would set off fireworks from the city walls, sending a blazing message of Glimmer's defiance across the sky to inspire rebellion. At first, the plan unfolded as if destiny itself guided them. But then the skies betrayed them. Meteors crashed down from the sky onto the earth, and from them emerged monsters that lay waste to the city. Fall into the depths and the voice in the darkness. In the chaos, Kazer saved his sister, but he fell into a deep chasm where the world faded into blackness. When he awoke, he found himself in a strange hidden laboratory concealed by the Emperor. Confusion turned to despair until a mysterious voice echoed in his mind. Overload the energy source. With nothing left to lose, Kazer obeyed. Energy engulfed him, and in an instant he was transported into the grasp of a colossal dragon. The truth from Lord Arena. The dragon's name was Lord Arena. Gravely wounded from ancient battles, Arena revealed a devastating truth. The so-called gifted energy that powered warriors like Gethia and Janna was not of this world. It came from Voidrax, beings from another realm. The monsters devastating the city were also Voidrax. Arena himself was once one of them. Now, weakened, he could no longer protect the world alone. And so he entrusted all his remaining strength into Kazer, binding their fates together. Louisa's fate and the Voidrax realm. When Kazer returned from the laboratory, he found Louisa once again in peril. One monster lurks behind Louisa. Kazer immediately slays that creature, but then a broken wall collapses. Struck by the impact, Kazer falls unconscious, and Louisa tries desperately to save him. At that moment, the Holy Knight Vesper appeared, selfishly pushing Louisa into danger to save himself from another demon. By the time Kazer regained consciousness again, his sister's body lay lifeless before him. Arena's voice pierced the silence. Louisa's soul had been stolen into the Voidrax world. The only hope of saving her lay in Mount Salvation, where the Voidrax had been sealed centuries ago. Mount Salvation and the Four Lords. Thus began Kazer and Gethia's perilous journey. As they ascended Mount Salvation, they encountered Liana, the mountain's guardian, who revealed the terrible state of its corrupted protectors. Four mighty lords, Golden Lion, Rose Queen, White Cloud, and Buckhorn, had all been enslaved by Voidrax energy. One by one, Kazer fought them in fierce battles, liberating them from the corrupt energy. At the summit awaited Queen Celeria, Liana's mother. she revealed the ancient truth. Thousands of years ago, she and Arena had led a war that sealed Armon, the leader of the Void Racks. But the seal was weakening. Stolen souls were being stored in soul crystals, and if they were not reclaimed, Armon would soon return to the world. Celeria restored some of Arena's strength and gifted Kazer a legendary sword, entrusting him with the mission of gathering the 5 soul crystals hidden across alternate dimensions. Journey through the dimensions, Chronocore, the first soul crystal. Kazar's first journey was to the Chronocore dimension, where illusions of Armon and the truth about the Void Racks unfolded. He learned that Arena and Armon had once been allies, but diverging ideologies had separated them. After battling monsters, Kazer retrieved the first soul crystal. After the intense trials of Chronocore, Kazer returned to Mount Salvation, where Celeria revealed the locations of the remaining 4 realms: Sky Lake, Maple Forest, Snow Plains, and Land of Fire. The Empire strikes back. Meanwhile, in Harbor City, the Emperor sought to consolidate power. He rewarded his loyal Holy Knights, Victor and Vesper, with corrupt Void Racks energy, making them deadlier than ever. Their mission? Eliminate Glimmer's members at any cost. Sky Lake, the second soul crystal. Gethia joined him, guiding the way to the second realm, Sky Lake, also known as Skycrest Badlands. Gethia shared her story. "This is where I was born. My childhood passed here. My father was an archaeologist, researching on Void Racks. He wanted to prepare humanity for fight against this power, but the Emperor forbade any knowledge of this history from reaching the people. My father was imprisoned for his work, and I, just 14 years old, was exiled. He died in captivity. On that day, I swore to uproot this empire from its foundations." Kazer went to Bukhorn's castle to find the next dimension when Victor suddenly attacked him. After a fierce fight, Victor escaped. Kazer and Gethia entered the castle, where Kazer defeated the monster that had stolen Luisa's soul. As they advanced, they faced the Holy Knight Vesper. Gethia saved Kazer, but both were transported to a different dimension. There, Kazer discovered Bukhorn's spirit dragon, controlled by corrupt energy. He battled the dragon, freed it from corruption, and it revealed the path to the next dimension, Aeroflux. In Aeroflux, Kazer fought monsters and obtained the second soul crystal, continuing his quest. Kazar's meeting with the Emperor. Kazer returned to Harbor City, where the Emperor had captured several members of Glimmer but later released them. The Emperor sent an invitation for Kazer to meet him. When they faced each other, Arena warned, "If I still had my body, I would kill you right here." The Emperor, calm and composed, replied, "I had my reasons for imprisoning you." He then shared an ancient tale. Thousands of years ago, the Void Rack had sought to destroy humanity and imprison the life nexus forever. Humans were powerless against their might. Fortunately, some Void Racks sided with humanity. Under Arena's leadership and guided by Queen Solaria, they managed to survive. Solaria discovered that controlling the life nexus was possible. Combining her power with Arena's, they sealed the Void Racks and their leader, Armon. The battle had a heavy cost. Many good Void Racks were destroyed, human warriors were killed, and Arena was severely wounded. The Emperor explained that Solaria had commanded him to keep Arena alive so his power could be used to train new warriors. He revealed that he had imprisoned Arena to ensure future generations could harness Life Nexus and Void Racks' power to defeat Armon and save millions of lives. Finally, the Emperor proposed an alliance. Glimmer and the Empire could work together against Void Racks. Kazer, wary and distrustful, refused and left. Angered, the Emperor commanded his knight Victor, "Assist Kazer so he can locate the next alternate dimension." Mistwood, the Maple Forest. Gethia advised Kazer that they needed to go to Mistwood, home to Maple Forest. Setting out together, they arrived to find the land corrupted by dark energy under Armon's control. Gethia explained that this was Janna's homeland and a place full of secrets where the Emperor's influence did not reach. To locate the alternate dimension, they would have to find it themselves. Janna had once mentioned a temple here, but its path constantly changed. On the way to the temple, Kazer encountered Squall. After freeing him from the corrupt energy, Squall revealed that he had been Janna's fellow student along with 3 others. though some may have succumbed to corruption. They then met Pervet, the village chief, who instructed them to go the Neverwind Monastery, where Queen Solaria had entrusted Master Neverwind with the secret centuries ago. But the monastery was now closed, its master and disciples corrupted. Kazer freed Master Neverwind, who revealed that Solaria's hidden temple lay beyond the mountains, and that the path to the alternate dimension was there. Kazer then defeated and liberated Torch, Squall's brother, and confronted Janna, freeing her from corrupt energy. Janna suggested the alternate dimension might be located beneath the Great Bell. Master Neverwind confirmed that it was a source of all dimensions and the gifted energy. Kazer ventured alone, entering the Lithonics dimension, where he battled numerous monsters and successfully retrieved the third soul crystal. A rift in the Empire. Kazer returned to his city, only to witness Vesper suddenly attacking Selene. When asked about Kazer, Selene remained silent. At that moment, Victor arrived and stopped Vesper. A heated argument ensued, and a fight seemed imminent. But the Emperor appeared, killed Vesper, and, apologizing to Kazer, renewed his offer to ally against Armon. With only 2 dimensions remaining, Snowplane and Land of Fire, Gethia explained that Janna knew the way to Snowplane and would guide Kazer, while Gethia herself would search for the Land of Fire. Frosthold, the Entropies dimension. Now, Kazer and Janna traveled to her true homeland, Frosthold, where Janna revealed that the king was her father and likely knew about the alternate dimension. The land had once been ravaged by war, and her father had created a blizzard wall around it, isolating Frosthold from the outside world. On the way, they encountered Drogo, Janna's mentor and Frosthold's chief general, who despised outsiders and tried to stop Kazer. He summoned Kazer to a temple for a trial, where Kazer fought a white wolf and ultimately defeated Drogo. Honoring his promise, Drogo vowed to protect Frosthold and Janna, sacrificing his life to destroy the blizzard wall. Kazer and Janna crossed the icy barrier. Arena explained that the energy emerging from spacetime was the source of the Void Racks. Reaching the royal city, they found it in ruins. Monsters attacked, but Victor intervened, allowing Kazer and Janna to proceed. They confronted the king, who was under corrupt energy, and after a fierce battle, Kazer freed him. The king warned that the alternate dimension must be destroyed, or corruption would spread everywhere. Continuing their journey, Kazer and Janna entered Entropies dimension, witnessing a vision of Armon and Arena locked in a catastrophic battle, echoing the war of thousands of years ago. Armon offered Kazer a chance to join him, but both Kazer and Arena refused. Armon laughed, declaring, "You cannot kill me. You can only trap me, and live in fear of my return, for I am eternal." Kazer replied, "Then we shall see," claimed the soul crystal, and departed the dimension. After leaving Frosthold, Janna initially refused to leave her kingdom and father to accompany Kazer. However, the king commanded her to join him, warning that Armon was the greatest threat, making it necessary for her to aid Kazer. Reluctantly, Janna agreed, and the two returned to Harbor City. Harbor City, Dragon Ruins Dimension. While Kazer was with his sister, Victor arrived with news. The final soul crystal was located in the royal palace, and Kazer would need to go there to retrieve it. Kazer asked for time to prepare, but eventually accepted the mission and made his way to the palace. The Emperor revealed to Kazer the path to the alternate dimension, leading him to the Dragon Ruins Dimension, a completely ruined and crumbling land. There, Armon appeared, warning, "My army is ready. At any moment, it will return to your world. The life nexus will be mine, and your sister's soul will be lost forever." With that, he vanished. Kazer pressed on to find the final soul crystal, encountering a dragon that resembled Arena. In truth, the dragon was created from the same power Arena had used thousands of years ago to imprison Armon. A fierce battle erupted between Kazer and the dragon. After a grueling fight, Kazer defeated it and claimed the final soul crystal. With his mission complete, he returned to the royal palace. The Emperor's betrayal. But when Kazer returned, tragedy struck again. The Emperor demanded the 5 crystals, claiming he would destroy Armon forever and lead humanity into a golden age. Kazer refused, until the Emperor threatened mass slaughter. With no choice, Kazer handed over the crystals. The Emperor absorbed them, but instead of transcending, he was consumed by their power, transforming into a monstrous abomination. In a cataclysmic battle, Kazer, Janna, and the knight Victor fought side by side, finally defeating him and reclaiming the crystals. The end seemed near, but the true nightmare had only begun. The final war begins. Queen Celeria learned that Kazer and his companions had defeated High Castle. At that moment, Armon appeared, warning, "Now Kazer will come and fall into the trap I have set," before vanishing. Shortly after, Lord Bookhorn reported that the Voidrak's army was gathering at Mount Salvation. Celeria realized that neither Arena nor Kazer alone could stop such a massive force, so she and the 4 lords prepared for war. Meanwhile, Lyanna approached Kazer and explained, "My mother Celeria wants to give you her power so you can defeat Armon. But doing so will cost her life. Are you worthy of this sacrifice?" Kazer successfully passed her test. Celeria and the 4 lords then arrived, revealing that this alternate dimension had been created by Lyanna. They entrusted all their power to Kazer and made the ultimate sacrifice. Final battle at Mount Salvation. At Mount Salvation, humanity seemed doomed, but suddenly Kazer appeared in a new form, becoming the last hope of humanity. He began slaughtering the monsters, giving hope to everyone. Meanwhile, Armon was freed, and Kazer, along with his companions, confronted him. During the battle, Gethia arrived and warned, "A massive Voidrak's army is pursuing the soul crystals. If they seize them, Armon will be completely free." Kazer and Gethia traveled through Celeria Hall to reach the Deep Space Seal, where Armon had been imprisoned. Armon laughed and revealed his manipulations. He had orchestrated the fall of High Castle, guided the Voidrak's energy, and deceived the Frosthold King to provoke a 10-year war between Frosthold and the Emperor. The battle had weakened his seal, restoring his full power. He taunted, "Everything has gone as I planned. You brought all the soul crystals to me." Armon attempted to kill Kazer, but the spirits of Celeria and the 4 lords appeared, reminding him, "Kazer is not alone. He carries the strength of humanity." The final battle erupted. Their powers clashed, shaking the entire universe. In the end, Kazer emerged victorious. Armon's last words were, "Even with all my power, I lost to a weak race like humans. I never understood the true secret of life. All questions arise in the Great Cycle, and all answers are found there. That is the principle of the Voidraks." With that, he was destroyed. A new era begins. With the soul crystals, Kazer freed all the trapped souls. People reunited with their families, joy returning to the world. His sister awoke, understanding everything that had happened. Victor assumed leadership of the Empire and, together with Selene, rebuilt Harbor City. Janna became an ambassador for her kingdom, bridging realms and maintaining peace. Arena, having witnessed the goodness in humanity, finally took his leave. Humanity was saved. Armon was defeated once and for all, and a new era began. One of hope, unity, and a future shaped by courage, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of heroes. And that's the story of Lost Soulside. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic game breakdowns and gameplay. Hit that bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.